California board has denied parole for Eric Menendez, and today they will decide the fate of his brother Lyle.
The brothers shot and killed their parents in Beverly Hills in 1989. And here to fill us in on what is next for the siblings, defense attorney Jan Ronis. Good morning and thank you for your time today. All right, Eric's parole denied. Why?
Well, a variety of reasons were factored, not the least of which is presumably he's engaged in unlawful activity while in prison. There was some report that he possessed a phone, which is contraband, drugs, and then there was this scandal involving this Department of Unemployment Insurance a couple of years ago where prisoners were getting on the payroll, and he purportedly, according to reports, was involved in that. So not good conduct, but 30 years in prison, you're going to act out.
Yeah, you talk about acting out, and it was said that his behavior behind bars was subpar. For someone who's trying to get parole, you would think you would stay away from this type of activity.
Yeah, but keep in mind that during his prison stay, there was no possibility of of ever getting out. Yeah. As a result of some legislative changes, which does grant parole to youthful offenders. In other words, he was youthful at the time of the commission of the offense. That opportunity did arise. So had he known that perhaps during the completion of, or the entirety of his sentence, he might have acted in a different way.
Yeah, if he thought parole was an option, maybe he wouldn't have done that stuff, but he thought, if I'm here forever, I'm going to do a couple of these things. The likelihood now that Lyle, the older brother, will also get his parole denied.
Well, each case is looked at separately. Yeah. But
even with these two,
the handwriting seems to be on the wall.
Yeah.
It's unusual for people to obtain parole at the first opportunity, and so that is something that mitigates against his not getting parole. But his is his own separate case, and perhaps his behavior has been different, and perhaps his involvement in the crime was different. But I suspect that, like normal in these situations, he's going to be denied parole.
All the fervor, everything with the documentaries when all that was coming out, and everybody, oh no, they're going to get out, they're going to get out. Yeah. All that kind of died down, and with it goes their chances for parole, or was it always kind of, it has to go through that process?
It's the public has some input on this, and the governor is, I'm sure, watching this from a distance because should Governor Newsom decide to run for president, he's not going to be president because he let these two convicted murders out of prison.
Now, the LA County District Attorney also does not want them released. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's kind of a cops and robbers situation. They're prosecutors, they're professional prosecutors. That's what they do for a living. They prosecute people, put people in prison. So I think if you were to ask a team of defense attorneys what they thought, they would have a different view. So it's just kind of the nature of what prosecutors do for a living and what defense attorneys do for a living. People have different views as to whether people should be, incarcerated for their entirety of their lives.
Now, aside from the Netflix and the documentaries and the films and the public, as you mentioned, the family has had ongoing support for their release. Is that going to have a bigger impact on Lyle? It obviously didn't work for Eric this time around. What do you think that does for a parole board to hear that the family?
That's pretty unusual because the family, in effect, are victims.
Yes. And
generally, the victims are there, screaming and yelling that somebody ought not to get out. So that was kind of unique in this case, but obviously it wasn't pretty persuasive because there are factors independent of what the family's attitudes are that drove the parole board to deny parole at this stage.
What happens from here?
Well, their next parole hearing, although they could petition for an earlier one, is 3 years out. I think given the findings of the parole board with respect to Eric, it's not something that's likely to be advanced on the calendar, and he comes up again in 3 years. And only time will tell what happens, but I suspect it doesn't bode well for him even the next time around.
I know we're not in the business of hypotheticals and this and that, but I was having a conversation yesterday where had this parole board granted parole to Eric and today, do you think, because you brought up a possible run for president for Governor Newsom, would he have vetoed that? Just hypothetical, admittedly, it's just your thoughts on that.
Certainly has the authority to do so, and he has the final say. But there's always a political component to these kinds of situations, not only for the future presidential candidate, but for the parole board themselves. Imagine what the hue and cry might have been had the parole board let him out. There may have been a public backlash against him. So these are sensitive decisions.
Yeah. Just a curious cat,
Good question.
Jan Ronis, appreciate your time and expertise.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll be back.